for a second. Okay, so once again, you guys, this is the beautiful card that I'm creating today. This shaker card. Hi, Beth. Oh, Beth's going to help with links. Thank you, Beth. I appreciate that. This is the shaker card that I'm creating today, and these beautiful, beautiful products that I'm using from Waffle Flower, you guys are going to love. This is actually designed, this sunflower, to do a shaker card with. Now, you don't have to do a shaker card if you want to just, you know, do something different. You want to put a saying on the inside of it or whatever. It's however you want to do it. But this is the way that I'm doing it for you guys for today, okay? All right. So let's set that off to the side. Now, these are the products that I used from Waffle Flower. This is the die that creates the Snowflake shaker. Okay, there's two parts to it. There is this decorative part here in the center, and then also it has an outline on the outside. Okay, so it's really, really cool. Oh, Anne is here. Okay, hi, Anne. Hey, girl. Okay, I knew I knew that she might pop up on the phone if she could. So I'm glad that she's here. Okay, so then the other thing that I used was this really cool stamp set that has all of these really awesome snowflakes in there. I always want to say snowflowers because, I mean, geez, sunflowers, because sunflowers are my favorite. Okay, but these snowflakes, absolutely beautiful. And then, of course, it has the die set that goes with the snowflakes. Okay, so I use those. And then also this really cool Christmas sayings in it. Okay, let me give you exactly what these are. So when you go to order them, you'll know. Okay, so this is the circle snowflake die. Okay. And then this is Galina's Snowflakes matching die, and of course the stamp set. And then this, I believe, is Cozy Holiday Sentiments. So that's the name of this set. All right, so that was all of the products that, well, not all of the products, but that's the products that I used from Waffle Flower. So now let's get started so I can show you how to do this. It's so cool, you guys. All right. So to start off with, what you're going to need, okay, you're going to need some blue cardstock, light blue cardstock, dark blue cardstock, some pattern paper, also some white cardstock. And then for my snowflake here, I also did a white glitter, and then also a blue, this is a blue glossy paper. Okay, so those are the colors that you're going to need to create the card with your papers. Okay, so now while we're doing that, then also what you're going to need, you're also going to need some, really cool little doodads to put on there. You're going to need a circle die also to use. And then you're going to need some ribbons. Okay, a couple different ribbons. And let's see. Oh, and of course, you're going to need the stuff, the really cool stuff to put inside. Some pretty glittery stuff. Okay, and then also some ink pads. Now, of course, I used my Gina K's, and I used two different colors in this one. This is the powder blue, and then this one is the blue denim. Okay, so those are the two ink pads that I used. And then also I used my little trusty blender brush. If you guys haven't seen this before, this is from Pink and Maine, my absolute favorite blending brush. And I love it because it has this little cool holder that will hang on to it. You take it and you snap it in, and then you can set it on your desk or however you're going to want to do it. And then when you're ready to use it, you just pop it out. All right. Okay. And then I also used a glitter pen. Okay. One of these shaker pen things. All right. And then last but not least, to create the shaker, I'm going to be using a fuse tool, and I'm going to show you how to do that here right now. All right. Well, in a minute. So first of all, let me give you some dimensions. The card base itself is 6 by 6. Okay. So you're going to cut it 12, it's going to be 12 by 6, and then you're going to fold it in half. Okay. And I have my fold on the top. You can do it on the side if you'd rather do it this way, but I did it this way. Okay. And then also the layers that I added on are just a 1/4 inch down in size. Okay. So in other words, 6 by 6, 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and 5 1/2 by 5 1/2. Okay. All right. So first, let's just go ahead and layer some paper here. We'll start by doing that. So then we can get started on the fun part of creating the card itself. Oh boy. All right, I put that on totally crooked. That's cool. All right. Which is a lot of the reasons why I always normally use my zip dry glue, just for the simple fact that I can't ever put anything on straight. So that at least gives me a little bit of time to move things around if I don't have it on the right way. But I wanted to do tape for this one, so that's what we're doing. All right, so we're going to layer those. And then what I did was I just took my nifty little blender brush here, and then the darker ink. And let me grab another piece of paper here. There we go. Okay, and then for this, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around the edges of my card. Okay. Now you can see with this particular pattern paper, it's got a lot of different colors in it. But I just wanted to add a little bit of this darker blue around because I thought it was really, really cool. Especially since I used the darker blue in my card itself. All right, so we're just going to do that real quick. Add some ink around your edges. Okay, and then we're going to take that, we're going to set that aside for right now. All right, so let me show you. Okay, so now what we're going to do, and I always have this stuff pre-cut and everything before because, it takes a while to cut everything and all of that, and that just takes up a lot of time. So I like to just, have everything done ahead of time and just explain to you guys what I did. So for these, what I did here was I cut there I go with sunflower, the snowflake out of this white glitter. And then I cut it out again in this blue glossy cardstock here. Okay. And then I took the outer piece. Let me show you guys that real quick so you'll know what I'm talking about. Because this, as I said earlier, this does come in there's 2 different dyes in here. So let me show you which ones I'm talking about. Okay, so we cut the snowflake out of this one. Okay, and then I ran the outer edge of the snowflake. I ran it through my die cut machine twice, one with the blue cardstock and then one with the pattern paper. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is what you're going to need to get started on your shaker. But to do the center of it, now you see because we've got the center here that's open. So to do the center, you know, I've showed you guys how to make shakers in different ways, and I said this earlier, but this is going to be a different way to do it that I haven't shown in a while. So I thought it would be kind of cool to show you how to create one with this tool. Okay, so this tool is from We Are Memory Keepers, okay? And it's hot. It's a hot tool. And as you can see, it's got a little rotary edge here on it. It also comes with different tips that you can put in there. But for this one, I'm using this, it looks like a rotary cutter, actually is what it looks like to me. Okay, so what you're going to do, and then they have, before I explain that, they have these clear pouches. And now you can do these in they have them in all different sizes. I'm using the tiny, tiny one, obviously, because I just have a tiny little area that I need. But they do have larger sizes. So I've done like gel cards with these, because once you seal them, you know, the stuff doesn't come out. So I've done all kinds of different things with the different sizes. But this one, we're going to use the smaller size to create the shaker that's going to go in the center. So what you need to do is you're going to take this tool. Well, first of all, before I forget, you want to cut a 2-inch circle, okay? Just die cut a 2-inch circle out. And then what I did to make it easier for me to see is I took my nifty little Tombow pin here, and I'm just going to go around the circle so I'll know where to cut it out, because I don't want to use the whole pouch, because if you use the whole pouch, you're going to be able to see these edges. So, you know, if this was a little bit bigger, you could just use it just like this and then just seal the top. But because I want something to go inside this circle, and I don't want the edges, I know it might be hard for you guys to see, but I don't want the rest of the pouch to show. So once I have drawn my circle on there and I know where I'm going to go, then I'm going to take my little hot tool here and I'm going to go around, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to just follow that circle all the way around. Now you want to stop. You got to be careful because it gets hot and you don't want it to melt too much, because then your stuff will come out. And I hope I just didn't do that there. Okay, but you're going to bring it all the way up to the top on both sides. Okay, just like this. And you're going to leave an opening up here on your top, okay? Because that's where you're going to be able to put your glitter and stuff in. So let me check this to make sure, because if you do sit on this for, like, I'll do the edge over here. If you sit on this for too long, you're just going to end up burning right through. Okay, so you just want to do it kind of quick, just a little buzz around the circle. Okay, and I think I have all of my edges in there good. So then we're going to take that and set that to the side. Okay, so now you're ready to fill it. And as I said, hopefully, I'm going to cut this edge off here. Hopefully, I got all of the area sealed good, because you know, it's when you're in a hurry, sometimes it just doesn't always go right. All right, so then what we're going to do is we're going to fill this. So I have some really pretty different colors of these. You know, I use the stars, the silver stars in it. But this I got at Michael's, I believe. So I'm going to pour just a little bit of that in first. Okay, let me get my other things off. There we go. Okay, now I have this little funnel here. Whoops. And we're going to hope, because I had to mess with it to make sure that I had a big enough opening. But I'm just going to pour those in there. There we go. Okay, let me take my little nifty pin here, poke those through. Okay, that's not going to work really good, so I'm just going to pour it in. There we go. All right. These are a little bit bigger than the opening on my little funnel here. So just did it old school. All right, and then we're going to take the excess of this, and then I will hang on to that and put it back in when I'm finished. All right, so we're going to add the silver stars here. And then next, I've got some really pretty glittery, just snowflakey kind of stuff that I really liked. So I'm going to put some of that in here. Okay. Let's put that through. Well, you know, of course, this worked perfectly when I did my card, but of course, when you do it live, you know, something always happens. Yeah, but it'll still work. So that's all I care about. All right. So now let me get the rest of this off of here. Just smooth that over to the side there and get that up out of the way. Okay. So now you've got this. You've got your glitter and stuff inside your pouch. So the next thing that you're going to do is take the tool again. This is called Fuse, by the way, you guys, by We Are Memory Keepers. We're going to take that and then close off that top. Okay, you want to make sure that that top gets closed, or all your stuff is going to come out. Okay, so once you've got your pouch filled, then what we're going to do is we're just going to go around the edges, make sure that you don't cut into your circle. You want to leave a little bit, you know, around the edges so your glitter and stuff stays in. But we're just going to cut that excess right off of there. All right, there we go. So now you've created your little pouch. Now see how easy that is to, this is a really fun and easy way to make a shaker. Absolutely love it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put our little snowflake here together. All right, so to do this, we're going to take some foam tape, and I'm not using the foam tape, as you can see, for my pouch itself, you know, because you do have to create that reservoir when you're doing a shaker. But since mine's already done, I don't need a whole lot of foam tape. So I'm just going to add a few pieces just to give it a little bit of dimension. Okay, just so you know, your shaker will shake better. All right, so we're gonna cut this. Okay, we're gonna cut some pieces off of this, and then we're just gonna put this around. Okay, and you only need one layer. You don't need a bunch, because like I said, you're not building a reservoir you know, for your shaker. Your shaker's already done. So you're just adding the foam tape just to give it a little bit more room, as I said, for your shaker to shake, to move. Okay, so I think that should be good. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're going to peel this off. I don't know if you guys can hear the little scratching in the background. My husband's not home right now, and I threw my dog out of, well, one of my dogs out of my room this morning, and she's very upset because I threw her out and she wanted to stay in with me. So it's like, oh, well, nope, sorry. Because I knew as soon as he comes home, she's going to start barking, and then, you know, it's going to be chaos. All right. So then you're going to take your shaker element and put it right on top of that. Okay. And then we're going to add just a little bit more to put your larger, or not your larger, your blue snowflake on top. Okay, you just want it on there good enough that it's going to hold. Well, I think the 2 pieces is enough. Okay. There we go. All right, and then you're going to take this one, and I'm going to flip it over and do it this way instead, so I can see where I'm going. Okay, so I'm just going to, and then I'm going to offset this. And what I mean by that is, you see the edges around your snowflake. Okay, you have some that are sticking out further than others. Well, I'm going to take this one and I'm going to just slide it over just a little bit so you can actually see both parts of the snowflake. There we go. Okay. And then right there, you've got your shaker. Okay, so then what we're going to do from here, we're just going to take this piece, and I think for this, I'm going to use a little bit of glue. Never know what I'm going to do until like right when I start, I think, do I want to use glue? Do I want to use tape? And sometimes this is one of those days where I'm using both. Okay, so we're just going to go around. As soon as, let me find my little nifty tool here again to open up this. All right. So we're just going to add, if I can get it out, right around the edges there, okay? You don't need to put it around this snowflake, just around here is just fine. So we've got that, and I'm sure you can also hear too in my background, I forgot to take my phone out, so it's been ringing, but we're ignoring that too. All right, and then we're just going to add a little bit more glue here, and then we're going to lay this on this other blue. And there you've got your shaker element, okay? Quick and easy to do, just loads and loads of fun. Okay, so now that we've got that done, now we're going to be ready. Let me put my thing in here so this doesn't get clogged again. Okay, so now we're going to be ready to finish up the card. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to lay some ribbon down. Okay, we've got some white ribbon. And of course, this should have been done before I put this layer. So I'm going to pull this off because I forgot to do it ahead of time. Oh, story of my life, guys. but I know you guys understand, right? All right, so we're gonna lay this down and cut the edges off here. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of glue just to keep my ribbon down. I knew there was something when I put them together. I knew there was something. I kept thinking, now I know I got something that I need to do first, but you know, I forget. Okay, so we're gonna lay that white one down first, and then we're gonna take this really cute, I love this ribbon. It says, I don't know, can you guys see it? There we go. Yeah, it's just really cute. So we're gonna take a piece of that. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna flip this, cut that end off there. And you're gonna put this not in the center, just a little bit more closer to the top, just like this, okay? All right, so we're gonna flip this one around. And again, add some glue. I want to make sure that I have that on there straight. Okay, now what I would also do, you guys, just so you know, I would go back and just add a little bit of glue. I'm going to move this out of my way. A little bit of glue underneath your ribbon here, just to kind of hold it in place. Or you can glue your whole ribbon down, however you want to do it, okay? But you're going to have the ribbon, and it's going to look like this when you're done. Okay, so now we're going to be ready to layer this. Okay, so we're going to put that on. Make sure I got the right side of my card. Okay. Yes, and the beauty of doing lives, right? The beauty of doing lives when, you know, it doesn't always go as you have planned. But this is still going along good, so we're on a roll. We're going to keep going. Okay, so once you've got this part done, you can set that off to the side for a second. Now, the next thing that I did was I took these stamps, the Snowflake stamps, and then also the die cuts that match. And I stamped my snowflakes first on some white cardstock here. And as I said, this one is the powder blue. And then once I stamped it, then I ran them through the die cut so I could die cut them, okay? And then I ran them through one more time with the blue glossy. So now what you're going to do is we're just going to put these together, add a little bit of glue there. And then again, I'm going to offset these snowflakes so I can also see the blue under. Now, this one, not this one, but this next one I'm going to show you here in a minute. Let me put this one on. Okay, so the smaller one that I'm using here, this one, I did not use the die that matched this particular stamp, okay? I used another one of the dies that's in there because I wanted to show more of the blue. And so that's why I just used one of the dies in the set that's just a little bit larger than what this snowflake is, okay? So just so you know, these two do absolutely match up, but this one I used a different. And that's why, see, I just wanted a little bit more of my blue to show up. Okay. So now that I have that done, Now we're going to add some foam tape here because, again, we want some dimension. So I'm going to add some foam tape to the back of these. Just one piece is good. I know a lot of the times when I'm using foam tape, I use, 2 layers, but with this one, I didn't want to, just for the simple fact that I didn't want these snowflakes to outshine my glitter, my shaker. Okay, so that's why I'm only using 1 layer. Okay, so then we're going to take these and we're going to put these right on top of the card here. So we're going to peel this off. Okay, I'm going to start down here and then I'm just going to lay them down. Okay. So just like that. Okay, now I'm ready to add my shaker. So again, now I was going to give you a little tip on this too, guys. If you wanted, okay, you could add a little piece of ribbon to your shaker here on top, and then just use a tiny piece of Velcro on the back there, and you could have this as a card and ornament for, if somebody wants to hang it on a tree or, something like that. Just put a little bit of ribbon on it and then some Velcro in the back, or, some low tack tape, and then they can take it off and then it can be, an ornament with the card, which I think is really cool. Okay. All right. So to finish off my smaller snowflakes over here, I'm going to add just a tad bit of glue in the center. There we go. And then we're going to just put these right in the center because I just think they're just so pretty, and they just kind of make the snowflakes stand out just a little bit more. Okay, and then once I've done that, then what I did, I just take my little glitter pen here, and I'm just going to add some glitter. Now, you might wonder why I'm doing this now, since it's put together instead of ahead of time. Well, the reason is because what I have learned by using these glitter pens, if I were to stamp this up and then add the glitter right, the glitter pen right to it at that time, then the more I handle it, it kind of comes off a little bit. So I have learned in my projects to wait until I have them almost done, and then I add my glitter. So then that way I'm not messing with them, and then it'll stay shinier. So we're just going to add there we go. Just a little bit of glitter, and then that's going to give it that little shimmer on the smaller snowflakes. Okay, so then the last, oh, I know what I forgot again. Okay, this is just one of those mornings, guys. Okay, what I had forgotten was I had also created some 2-inch, wait, let me make sure that that's right. No, 1¼ inch. Okay, I'm not going to tear them off and do it, but I'll show you on the finished card here. I put them on top of the white circles. I forgot to put the white circles on, my apologies, but that's what I did. I just added them on, and then I put the foam tape on the back and then added them. But, it looks pretty like this too. So I think you can do either way, whatever makes you happiest. All right, so last but not least, the last thing that I did with this was that I cut this out. I stamped from the sentiments, the happy holidays here. And for the sign, let me give you sizes. I did 1.5, or 2.5 by 1, okay, for the white. And then the blue cardstock, I did 2 3/4 by 1 1/4. Okay. So stamp that on, and then I just cut them out. And then I added tiny, I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm going to hold it up, but I added the tiny little beads on top of that just to add a little bit more fun to it. Okay. So the last thing that we're going to do then is we're going to take our foam tape. And again, we're only going to use 1 layer. We don't need 2. Okay. There we go. And then we're going to peel that off. Okay. And then we're just going to lay that down on top. Okay, so there you go. That's an easy shaker card for the holidays, which I know are coming, and they're coming swiftly, guys. But here's the different ones. You can see with the white that I did here, and then here is where I didn't use the circles in it. So it's pretty much whatever whatever you like. I think I do like the circles better on it, the white circles, because it just kind of makes them pop just a little bit more. But however you want to do it. But it is an easy way to create a shaker when you're using these pouches with the fuse tool. It is a super easy way to do it, and I hope that you guys give it a try. All right, so let me switch my camera here. Okay, hang on, guys. There we go. There I am. Okay. All right. So aside from the fact that, I forgot a couple things, it still came out really, really pretty. It is a beautiful card to create. Again, if you don't want to do it in this larger size, because this is a 6x6, if you don't want to do it in a larger size, just take your base card and make it a tiny bit smaller. You can do it however you want. This is just a jump off to kind of, let you guys create something for the holidays. And actually, I think this would be really pretty too as like a wall hanging. I think it would be very pretty as a wall hanging also. I just love making shaker cards. They're so much fun. Okay, and then let me see. Okay, so you guys like it. Okay, so you guys like them either way then. Okay, Violet is telling me that she likes it. Okay, and Debbie likes it without the circles. So see, there you go. Either way, it's your creativities. What Ann and I like to do is we like to show you something, show you how to create it, and then you do your own spin on it however you want. Or if you want to create it exactly like ours, that's okay too. But again, it's just a really fun card to make and a super easy way to create a shaker. And I love shaker cards. I really, really do. You guys know me that have been following me enough to know that I like cards. If I'm going to make a card, I want it to do something, right? So that's what I love about shaker cards too, because they're just so much fun. So anyways, oh, the code, Denise, yes. Thank you for reminding me about that. I will find out about that right after, you guys, and I will post, okay? Because I forgot to get the code from her. I'm so sorry, but I will do that, okay? I will do that, and then I will put it in the comments when I'm done so you guys know, head on over to their website and, buy some of these products because they're really, really cool. I love them. Okay, so that is it for me today. And as I said before, and had a family situation that she needed to take care of. I'm grateful. Thank you for Anne for, you know, I know she's on her phone, for doing the links and stuff. And thank you too, Beth, for putting links and stuff in for me too. I appreciate that. Hi, Kim. I just saw her. Hi, Kim. I just saw you pop in. Hi, girl. Okay. So yes. So I will put that code in for you guys. So just keep, you know, keep an eye out for the next hour or so, okay? And then you'll see the code that I'll put it in so you guys will know, okay? All right. So thank you guys so much for joining me this week. We'll be back again next week with a whole new project and some more fun, and hopefully I won't forget something, but you know that you never know. You never know when you're doing a live with me, people. You just never know. All right, you guys. You guys have an excellent, awesome week. We will see you all next week. And don't forget to take some time to craft because it's good for your soul. It really is. All right, you guys have a great week, and we will see you all next week. Take care. Bye.